FTP நேயர்களுக்கு வணக்கம். அதாவது நம்ம ஆவலுடன் எதிர்பார்த்த பாராளுமன்ற தேர்தல் முடிவுகள் இன்னும் சில நாட்கள் வரப்போகுது. ஸோ அப்படி இருக்கும்போது தமிழ்நாட்டில் பாஜகவின் பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் என்னன்றதா எல்லாருடைய பார்வையும் இருக்குது. ஸோ தமிழ்நாட்டு பாஜகவோட பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் என்ன, எந்தெந்த தொகுதிகளில் தமிழ்நாட்டு பாஜகவுக்கு நல்ல வெற்றி வாய்ப்பு இருக்குது இந்த ரிசல்ட்ஸில் அப்படின்றத பற்றி பேசுறதுக்கு டாக்டர் பிரவீன் குமார், ஒரு பொலிட்டிக்கல் அப்சர்வர், அவர் நம்ம கூட இணைஞ்சிருக்காரு. ஸோ வணக்கம் பிரவீன்.
வணக்கம். How are you?
So, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
So how do you see things going on in the elections?
Well, things have been very positive, especially for NDA in this election in Tamil Nadu, because people have been wanting to see a change for a long time. So, since BJP is now not part of an alliance with Admk, it is seen as an alternative. So, I expect BJP to do really well in this election compared to their previous performances.
Okay. இதில் எந்தெந்த சீட்ஸ்ல நீங்க வெற்றி வாய்ப்பு இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க?
So 4 seats, அதை பத்தி நான் எழுதியிருந்தேன். I had written in detail, giving some analysis, local issues, local factors, caste equations, religion equations, and things like that. So I had written about four constituencies where BJP has very good chances of winning. So they are Kanyakumari, Vellore, Theni, and Coimbatore. So those are the 4 constituencies where BJP has a very good chance of winning, and I believe BJP candidates and the NDA alliance candidates will win.
ஓகே, ஸோ எல்லாருடைய ஃபோக்கஸ்மே இந்த எலெக்ஷன், தமிழ்நாடு எலெக்ஷனில் கோயம்புத்தூர். சரி, கோயம்புத்தூர்லேருந்தே ஆரம்பிக்கலாம். கோயம்புத்தூரில் ஏன் நீங்கள் அண்ணாமலை வெற்றி பெறுவார்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க?
So Coimbatore, traditionally it's been a bastion of BJP. If you look at their track record in the past, they have done really well. CP Radhakrishnan has polled 35%, 38%, 40%, 42%, close to 4 lakh votes in a lot of elections, especially when the elections are happen to be multi-cornered fights. If it is straight fight, then there'll be polarization of votes. But if there's a multi-cornered fight, BJP tends to do well. He did really well in 2014. Even though he came second, he got highest votes, in fact. So if CP Radhakrishnan, who's of course, he's a popular leader. He was a strong leader, a second-rung leader within BJP. If he can do well, Annamalai is a star candidate, right? He's probably the most popular. Yeah. He's probably the most popular candidate from the BJP side in Tamil Nadu today. And that star power will actually help him to get more votes than CP Radhakrishnan. So if CPR could get 40 to 42%, I'm sure Annamalai can get at least 45%. And in a 3-corner fight, if you get 45, and if the vote is split between DMK, ADMK, and NTK, then Annamalai will emerge victorious.
இல்லை, இப்போ நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, நீங்கள் சிபி ராதாகிருஷ்ணனோட எக்ஸாம்பிள் நீங்கள் சொன்னீங்க. அதே சிபி ராதாகிருஷ்ணன் ஒரு பைப்போலர் ஃப்ளைட்டில் தோல்வி அடைகிறார். ஓகே, அது டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டைனாமிக்ஸ் வச்சுக்கோங்க. இப்போ பார்த்தோன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், இப்போ திமுக ஆளுங்கட்சியாக இருக்குது. ஒரு ஆளுங்கட்சி இங்கே தேர்தலை சந்திப்பதால் திமுகவுக்கு கிடைக்கிற அட்வான்டேஜஸ் என்னன்னு உங்களுக்கு நல்லா தெரியும். இதை தவிர அதிமுக கோயம்புத்தூர்ல தேர் மோர் ஆர்கனைஸ்ட் பார்ட்டி. நம்ம சட்டமன்ற தேர்தலில் தே ஸ்விப்ட் ஆல் தி கான்ஸ்டிட்யூன்சி. அப்படி இருக்கும்போது இந்த திமுகவை தாண்டி அண்ணாமலையால அவுட் பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணி ஜெயிக்க முடியும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா?
Well, that's a good question. First of all, DMK
ஏன்னா நான் இந்த பாயிண்ட் சொல்லிடுறேன். 2014 சிபி ராதாகிருஷ்ணன் பெருசா பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணும்போது அதிமுக இன்கம்பன்ட் கவர்மெண்டா இருந்துச்சு. தே யூஸ்டு கவர்மெண்ட் மெஷினரிஸ் எவ்ரிதிங். பட் டிஎம்கே விச் வாஸ் கோயம்புத்தூர்ல கொஞ்சம் அவங்க வீக்கர் ஆர்கனைசேஷன் அவங்களுக்கு இருக்கு. தேவர் ஆல்சோ அன் ஆப்போசிஷன்ற போது நேச்சுரலி தேவர் அவுட் ஆஃப் த ரேஸ் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி தான் அந்த பொசிஷன் இருந்தாங்க. பட் இன்னைக்கு அந்த பொசிஷன் டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்குல்ல.
ஓகே, ஸோ நிறைய ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் இருக்குங்க. ஸோ யூஆர் கோட்டிங் 2014. So from 2011 to 2014, during the ADMK government, there was no major anti-incumbency in 2014. If you recall, the Jayalalitha government in 2014 was quite popular. Amma canteen, a lot of these welfare schemes. So there was no anger against the ADMK government in 2014, and that's one of the reasons why ADMK won in Coimbatore. But today, I'm sure you'll also agree that there's a lot of anti-incumbency against the DMK government from 2021 until now. There are a lot of factors. I don't want to get into the specifics, but you may agree that this DMK government is not as popular as the ADMK government into 2014. So that will play against the ruling government. That's number one. Number two, they didn't field their sitting MP. The sitting MP is from the Communist Party, right? And the Communist Party is part of the DMK alliance. They didn't field a sitting MP who could have done well, but they fielded a person who's much weaker. So the DMK factor is ruled out. So the fight will be mostly between ADMK and BJP. And that is where my argument that of course ADMK is strong in that region, BJP is also strong, but Annamalai is more popular than CPR, and he's a star candidate. His momentum after the Makkal Yatra will help him, and that is why I'm giving the I'm just saying Annamalai has an edge in Coimbatore.
Okay. So let's move to the next constituency. கன்னியாகுமரி தொகுதியை பொறுத்தவரை ஏன் அது வந்து ஒரு பிஜேபிக்கு ஃபேவரபிளா இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க?
So Kanyakumari வந்து again அங்க வந்து there is both caste and religion polarization, right? And Kanyakumari is a nationalistic oriented constituency. அங்க வந்து it's very difficult for DMK or ADMK to win. The only time ADMK won probably would have been like 20-25 years back. But since then, it's always been Congress versus BJP. It will be Vijay Vasant's father versus Ponar. Either one of them won. So in the Vati, again, Ponar always won when there was a multi-corner fight. He won in 2014, but he lost in 2019 because of the polarization. So in the Vati, it's a multi-corner fight. So Kanyakumari, Hindu population is 49%. Christian population is 47%, and Muslim population is about 4 to 5%. So, the Hindu Nadars, so there'll be Nadar population plus fishermen population. So these are two communities that dominate that region. And both Nadars and fishermen belong to both, they are both Hindus and Christians. So mostly the Hindu Nadars and Hindu fishermen vote for Ponar. So he gets a major chunk of the 49% Kanyakumari land. The remaining 47% Christians and then the 4 to 5% Muslims are like 52%. And the 52% வந்து எவ்வளோ காங்கிரஸ்க்கு போதுன்னு பார்க்கணும். So I'm sure there'll be a split between Congress, NTK and ADMK, because NTK and ADMK have also fielded Christian candidates. So they will take a chunk of the Christian votes from the 47%, 47 plus 4 to 5 Muslims. So typically Muslims will vote for Congress, and Christians could vote for Congress. A little bit of a small chunk of Christians could vote for ADMK and Seaman, because they've also fielded Christian candidates. So the split in the Christian votes will help Ponar win Kanyakumari.
Okay. Actually, Vijay Vasant ஆகட்டும் வசந்தகுமார் ஆகட்டும், whenever they have been winning, அவங்க 50% ஓட்டு அப்படி எடுத்து ஜெயிக்கிறாங்க. அப்படி இருக்கும்போது it shows naturally that the Christians trust DMK Congress alliance. அப்படி இருக்கும்போது அவங்க எப்படி வந்து ADMKவும் NTKவும் நம்பி, because this is when we know that Christian vote split வந்து அவங்களுக்கு பொண்ணார் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கும் போது அவங்களுக்கு தெரியாதா அது?
அவங்களும் ஏதாவது ஒரு 5%, 2%, 3% வரும்னு நம்பி தானே கிறிஸ்டியன் கேண்டிடேட்ஸ் போடுறாங்க. அண்ட் செகண்ட்லி 2019 இப்பயும் நீங்க கம்பேர் பண்ண முடியாது. 2019 it was like two strong alliances, so there was strong polarization இங்க இல்லைன்னா அங்க. So Christians and Muslims would have en masse voted for the Congress DMK alliance in 2019. இப்போ வந்து Mr. Edapadi is taking that pro-Muslim stand, right? He's also reaching out to Christians, he's reaching out to Muslims, he's having those Muslim organizations part of his alliance. So some kind of signals he's giving to the minorities in the hope that he'll get at least a small chunk of that. So small chunk kedachale, it will be an advantage for Ponar.
Okay. So let's move to தேனி தொகுதியை பொறுத்தவரை ஏன் நீங்க வந்து என்டிஏக்கு சாதகமா டிடி தினகரன் வெற்றி பெறும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க?
So Theni வந்து it's a very interesting constituency because 2019 பாத்தீங்கன்னா that's the only constituency where the DMK Congress alliance lost, right? That's where son of Mr. OPS won, right? That was because of the votes. That was because of the vote splitting. What's the name of the party? Mr. TTV's party.
Admk.
Angam Tamil Selvan was part of that party back then. So our panna vote splitting naala dhaan vandu DMK Congress win பண்ணுச்சு. அந்த டிஃபரன்ஸ் பாத்தீங்கன்னா vote difference. அவர் வாங்கின votes வந்து it will be more than the difference, right? ஒருவேளை அவரு கண்டெஸ்ட் பண்ணா வந்திருந்தா ப்ராபப்ளி காங்கிரஸ் DMK would have won that seat also. ஸோ அது வந்து ஒன்று. அண்ட் ஸோ அங்கே வந்து there's also caste equations, right? The Mukkalathur caste is sort of dominant in that region, and that will help TTV. And in the sidelining OPS from ADMK will also have that sympathy factor going in favor of TTV, because OPS is also part of the alliance. Even though he's contesting as an independent, he's still a sort of an informal member of the BJP alliance. So on the factor work out agum. TTV's own personal charisma. He's a poll master. He's a former MP. 2004, remember in 2004, the BJP ADMK alliance got washed out, right? 40 out of 40. On the election, he was the only one who lost by a small margin. Of his personal. He's very talented in terms of poll management, reaching out to people. He's a very good organizer. He can speak well. He can handle media. So he's very popular in that region. So all that will give the edge to TTV.
Okay. So finally, let's go to Vellore constituency. Vellore constituency, why you feel it's pro BJP favorable irukku?
In constituency. So I mean, Vellore எனக்கு நல்லா தெரியும். Vellore வந்து is dominated by 3 groups. Community ன்னு சொல்ல மாட்டேன், groups and sections சொல்லலாம். ஒன்று வந்து வன்னியர்ஸ், செகண்ட் வந்து முதலியார்ஸ், தேர்ட் வந்து minorities, mostly Muslims because of Vaniambadi, Ambur, all that region. So typically the minorities would vote for the DMK Congress alliance. So 12 to 13% இருக்கும், close to 15% இருக்கும். So they will vote for the DMK Congress alliance. The remaining votes, what would happen is the question. It's a very interesting scenario. Pathina, PMK is part of the BJP alliance, and PMK is very strong in Vellore because of the 1-year population. At the same time, AC Shanmugam belongs to the Mudaliyar community, and Mudaliyar is also very strong. So AC Shanmugam will get the Mudaliyar votes plus a chunk of the 1-year votes, because PMK is with BJP. At the same time, Mr. Durai Murugan is also a 1-year, right? So it all depends on what percentage votes 1-years will vote for Durai Murugan's son. So I believe, because PMK is officially part of the BJP alliance, 50% or more of the 1-years would vote for AC Shanmugam and not Durai Murugan. Secondly, there's a lot of anger on Durai Murugan in Vellore. ஏன்னா அவர் போன எலெக்ஷனே 2021 எலெக்ஷனே வந்து 800 votes 900 votes டிஃபரன்ஸ் தான் அவர் ஜெயிச்சார். if you look at the data, because DMK members they are very angry with him. ஏன்னா அவர் வந்து இது என்னோட இது இல்லை, public opinion is that he's never let anyone grow in the region. Our son, so அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு consolidation. So the DMK party cadre வந்து they are sort of unhappy. யாரும் அங்க வந்து இது பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ கிராஸ் ஓட்டிங் நடக்க சான்ஸ் இருக்கு. ஸோ அண்ட் செகண்ட்லி ஐ திங்க் அகெயின் த சேம் ஃபேக்டர், what percentage of the minorities would vote for Nam Tamizhar and ADMK is another thing. And the 15% ஒரு 5% வந்து ADMK போட்டா கூட it's a loss for DMK Congress alliance. So the religion equation split of minority votes between Congress, DMK, ADMK and NTK, plus Mudalayars voting for AC Shanmugam, and a significant chunk of 1-years also voting for AC Shanmugam, with a little bit of cross voting amongst the DMK cadre, will give the edge to AC Shanmugam in Vellore.
Okay, so finally, how do you see BJP's performance in Tamil Nadu overall?
It'll be better than the previous elections for sure. I mean, you will agree that after Annamalai took over as the state president, the party is rejuvenated. There's a lot of energy amongst the cadre. He's been probably the best state president BJP has ever had, and that's my opinion. So that's one factor. Another factor BJP is positioning itself as an alternative. 2014 also there was an alternative, right? They positioned themselves as a third front. BJP, PMK, MDMK, DMDK, and all those parties. But then ADMK was very powerful, and we had a very powerful leader, Jayalalitha, and there was pro-incumbency, and there was no anti-incumbency. People were happy. So BJP alliance could not make inroads in Tamil Nadu back then. But now the situation is totally different. Annamalai is seen as a charismatic leader, and ADMK is very weak. Even though they had the two-leaf symbol, ADMK is not the old ADMK. They are very weak. They've been facing consecutive losses. Defeats, right? 2019 defeat, 21 defeat, 21 local body. But 2014 it's a Lok Sabha election. They don't have a PM candidate. They don't have issues. So ADMK will be very weak. So which means that BJP has a very good chance of pushing ADMK to the third position and getting more votes than ADMK. And I think for BJP in this election, the objective or aim and objective will be to get more vote share and not seats. So I see them getting 20 to 22% votes with 4 seats, which I just mentioned.
So okay, Praveen. So actually, I don't. நீங்கள் நிறைய பாயிண்ட்ஸ் நீங்கள் சொன்ன பாயிண்ட்ஸ் நான் வந்து வேறுபடுறேன், but I don't want to debate in everything. So let's discuss about connect after 4th and again discuss on these points and where BJP is. So உங்களுக்கு actually you are connecting from Singapore. It's quite late for you. So thanks for your time and giving your views. So let's see எப்படி ரிசல்ட்ஸ் எப்படி போகுதுன்னு பார்த்துட்டு 4th மறுபடியும் கனெக்ட் பண்ணலாம்.
Of course, I mean, we both share different ideologies, another difference of opinion. That doesn't mean that we should not have a good conversation. You're entitled to your opinion, I'm entitled to my opinion. So it's only a different experience, talking to someone who shares a totally radically different ideology. But then it was a nice conversation. Thank you for having me on, and Sikro, meet பண்ணுவோம். Andri, Jai Shri Ram.